Whole world, what's good? Take a trip to my town, I wish you would, so I could show you San Antone. It's my home, only one that I've known since I became a man. And yes, I've traveled this land, so now my plan is to find the things that weigh on people's minds, people's passions, whether dancing or rapping or cooking or singing or acting. What gives people purpose? What makes people nervous? What your definition of work is, we're more than we seem on the surface. This is Shabazz verses. No matter tatted on my skin, me swaying color, trying to start a trend. We went from 0 to a 10. Who would've thought I could've started with a pen? So tell me where you really been. Went around the block, came back again, and that time I have met some really illy friends. Harder than the city in any city we in. And when we go, you already know that we heavy with the show. Deadly with the flow, how I'm steady with the glow. I be getting so unpredictable like Serengeti with the snow. I got a lot I gotta see, so if you got the time, you gotta talk to me. I just gotta thank you for watching me. So before we take off, let's just do it properly. Intellectual property, a confession to robbery. We go against the mob, you see. Working on the curb like a lot of pottery. Like we in an artery. Living like it's a lottery. You ain't got a lot of it. This is Shabazz verses.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, 500 nouns, 500 verbs. You see, what a picture does is capture that moment between the before and after. Beauty. True beauty. The type that can steal the air from the bottom of your lungs, exists on this land, the earth on which we both stand. So, if I were able to capture that beauty and place it into a photo, how many words would that picture be worth? I present to you a perception of art with my friend, Marcus Connolly. Thank you.
I've been into photography almost 8 years, no, more than 8 years or so, almost 10 years now. It all started when I was watching Shark Week and just seeing the sharks jump out of the water, and I realized I wanted to be the guy outside of the shark cage taking pictures of the guy inside the shark cage surrounded by those sharks, and everything kind of went from there. Ended up doing landscape photography when I found my passion. It was rough at first. No one's good at what they do right off the bat. I feel like I progressed quite a bit. Photography is something where you're never done learning. There's always something new that can be taught. And I feel like from where I first started to what I learned through college to where I'm at now, my skill level equates me to a whole different person. However, does that mean that I know everything when it comes to photography? No. Just because I feel comfortable behind a camera lens, by no means that I feel like I'm a professional 90% of the time. There's always something new to learn, and that's something that I love about photography, is the fact that you never stop learning, and as a human being, I believe that you have to thrive to keep learning. Photography fulfills that for me. Whenever I go on a new photo shoot, it's always an exciting, nervous, nerve-wracking experience. I always go in because whenever I'm going to a new location, I don't know what I'm going to get. Of course, I'm going to research the location ahead of time, Google Images, Google Earth. I want to know what I'm getting into. Going into a new location, it opens up new opportunities within photography. I see something new, and immediately I want to photograph it, but I have to photograph it in the right way to where it looks good. It's not just some blank picture. I want this picture to be engrossing. I want the viewer to look at it and have their eye dance around the image. So whenever I see a new location, not just any location is going to work for me. The location has to just be perfect. I've definitely grown to respect nature a lot more, both through conservation and the power of it. When you're out here on your own, as I usually am when I'm shooting, anything can happen, anything can go wrong, everything from the weather to something with animals to a twisted ankle. And you have to be constantly 100% aware of yourself when you're out here, because as scenic and beautiful as this all looks, everything out here has the potential to kill you in some way, shape, or form. Even the ground here, how slippery it can result in a twisted ankle or even worse, a head injury if you hit your head wrong when you go down. So I've come to respect nature a hell of a lot more through photography and my time being out here with it.
What is your definition of art?
My definition of art is anything that you find passion in. Art doesn't have to be something you draw or paint on a piece of paper. Art can be something that you find yourself totally engrossed in. There's something called postmodernism where art is what you make it. And I'm a firm believer in postmodernism. Anything can be art. Photography is an art form. A mechanic working on his car is an art form. A culinary chef making the next dish is an art form. Art isn't just bound by what you see and what you put on paper. Art is just an expression of creativity.
Is that right? Is that right? Is that right? Is that right? My life mostly great, be down with those that motivate me. That's how I keep my circle. When I was young, they called me Urkel. Now they call me Bazzy, holding it down like I'm grabbing you. Ain't you glad that you having me? So go beat the savagery. I go deep like a cavity, but don't need a battery to burn it down like a calorie to bring it back like Calvary. I evolved the function, so either now I'm on or I'm just on to something. I guess it wasn't all for nothing. Nomad!